Well, come Canada Day, more Canadians than ever will be celebrating. That's because this past Friday, our country hit a new milestone, officially surpassing 40 million in population. To chat about what this will mean for Canada's future, Professor Matti Siemiatycki with the University of Toronto joins us today. Welcome to Global News, Professor.
Hi, it's nice to be with you.
According to Stats Canada, last year alone, over 1 million people were added to the country's population. That's a new all-time high in a single year. Talk to us about the trend in Canada's population growth in recent years.
Yeah, this is a big milestone for Canada. We've really grown significantly. When I was born in 1979, the country was 24 million, and we're now up to 40 million, a growth of 65%. We have become a big country and a different country. We've become more diverse, we've become more dynamic, and newcomers bring a lot to our economy. They create familial connections and encourage social inclusion. So there's a lot of benefit to us being a much bigger country. We now need to make sure that we have the housing and the infrastructure in place so that our country and communities can thrive.
Yeah, let's talk more about that. You say there are a lot of benefits. Can you describe some of those benefits to hitting this big milestone, but also where our country might now run into complications?
We have a lot of job openings as there have been retirements with the baby boomers. And so, from the economic perspective, newcomers bring a lot of employment opportunities and dynamism to our economy, a lot of innovation. Many of them have gone through our universities and schools and can bring new ideas into our economy. But we also need to make sure that we're providing the infrastructure and the social and community services. We're in a housing affordability crisis at the moment, and we know that we need to build quite significantly to make sure that there's housing at all levels of affordability. And in many ways, newcomers will be some of the people that work in the trades and in construction in order to get this housing built. We also need to make sure that we're building all the accompanying infrastructure like schools and hospitals and rec centers and parks so that there's all the spaces that create great communities.
We haven't seen a growth spurt this big since the 1950s, but what might 2050 look like? 20 years from now, Professor, what could Canada look like?
Well, we're on the path to 50 million now, and StatsCan says we could hit that within the next decade or so. So we're growing quickly, and this could be really positive for our communities as it breathes new life into parts of the country that maybe had stalled or even been shrinking, and also creates much more vibrant communities. But we need, again, to make sure that all of the infrastructure and all of the housing is there so that everyone can have really a great experience as they live in this country. And that's really what's at stake here. This is the future of Canada as we grow and try to find our place within this land and also within the wider world.
Some great perspective there. Professor, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.